Hi and welcome, I am Helle and today I'm going to make a solo playthrough of Harmonies. This is a game for 1 to 4 players. It takes about 30 minutes to play and it's for the ages 10 plus. And Harmonies is a cute little game where we need to build our own landscape and we need to attract animals. And the way you play the solo version is very much the same as if you play with more players. The only difference is how you're going to draft your tiles. You're going to flip this to this side. If you're playing with more players, you're playing with this side and you're going to point this one at the start player. Everyone is going to get the same amount of turns. But if you play the solo version, you're going to place it in this on this side. And then you're going to fill 3 tiles to each space. You have a lot of wooden tiles that you're going to draft. And you're just going to draft 3 at a random for each space. Whoa, that was a lot of water. And in this game, you need to build your landscape with 5 different colored tiles. We only need the gray one here. Each player, they're going to have this, where you can see how you can score points for the different constructions you can make. You can build trees. If you only have a brown, then it's not going to give you anything. But if you have one green, it will be worth 1 point. And if you have, you can build a tree that is too high if you place a brown and then a green on it, and it will bring you 3 points at the end of the games. Or you can add 2 brown and then 1 green and it will bring you 7 points. That is the highest you can build. Then you have the mountains. If you build 1, it's going to give you 1 point. If you have 2, 3 points. If you have 3, then 7 points. And then you can build fields. If you have only 1 field alone, it's going to give you 0 points, but if you have 2 or more, it will bring you 5 points. So you kind of want to make fields with just 2 tiles that are not connected, because even if you had 4 or 5, it will only give you 5 points. Then you have cities, buildings. You can make buildings, and buildings you want to have 3 different colors around it. Then it will score you 5 points. If you only have 2 or less, it will give you 0 points. This is what this one indicates. And a building is always too high. You can build a building on top of another building, or you need a brown or you need a gray for the mountain. That is how you can build your buildings. Then you have the water areas, and they will score you points for having them next to each other, kind of like a river running. This longer it gets, this more points you can gain. On the other side, you can flip this one to the other side, and then you have another layout. All of these, the 4 ones, they're going to score you the same, but the water is acting differently. There you need to make areas, but we will concentrate on the base version here. So that is how we can score points for what we built. And then we can also score points for attracting animals to the landscape that we built. On our turn, we always have to grab 3 tiles from one of these spaces. And then in the solo game, at the end of the turn, we're going to discard the rest and draw new tiles for all of them. If you play with more players, you're only going to gain 1, and then you will fill that space up with 3 tiles. And these cards, this is animals. And when you on your turn, you can grab 1 card. If you have room for it, you have room for up to 4 cards that you can build at a time. Each time you make this construction, if you have a field and you have a building, you can place an animal on top. And then you're going to take for these. And if you manage to build all 4 animals, attract them, then you're going to gain 14 points for this card at the end. But you're also going to gain cards a point at the end of the game for how many animals you have placed. So if you have placed 3, you are going to gain 9 points. If you have an animal, you cannot build on top of an animal. So then that tile is locked. And then we just have a lot of these with different structures you need to create and then build the animals to your landscape. But we will come into that. That is basically the rules. You're going to draft tiles, place them, and you can place 1 tile, then you can take a card, and then you can place animals, and then you can keep on placing tiles. But you have to be able to place all of them that you are going to take. let's start it. And first we have to figure out what card we think we are going to go for. Yeah. Maybe we should go for this one. We actually have both of these ones. One that is 3 high. So let's just grab the water here. And let's place it. Then we need to place it on our board here. And we're going to grab this one as our first card. Let's see. Maybe we should put it. Should we put it like? Wish we put it like. If we had like this. No, we don't want it in a straight line, because that will bring us more points. Maybe we should place it like this. Maybe like this. Then we could build this one here. We could maybe build one there and then make the raw water run this way. Yeah. And then we're going to place a cube on each of the spaces. We need to make this one 3 times, the crocodiles here, to make this card. Then at the end of our turn, we're going to draw a new card here. And then we are going to discard these. In the solo game, we will discard these. If you are not playing the solo, you will refill this space with 3 tiles. But how we play this, how we take the cards, is exactly the same as if you play with more players. We don't really have any buildings. Maybe we should go for this one then. It wants to be next to the high one we want to make. So if we take this one. Wait a minute. Was that a smart way to place it? Yeah, we can place it here. So we want to build it up there. And then maybe if we place, if we get the water around here or something, maybe it had been better if we had placed it on this side actually. So we could have done like this, right? I don't know. Well, we did like this. Then we could place a water here. So we could build a tree at this space. So if we build a tree at this space, or maybe we just want to place it here. So we can make one here. Yeah, maybe there. Then this one, if we are going to grab this one, we want it to be next to the tree too. So we could place it here, or maybe here. Then it doesn't matter with the water. We could place it here and here. We could make the water run in this direction. Yeah, I think we will take this one. So they are kind of in the same thing. And then we're going to grab a new card. And then new tiles. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I see this one actually. That one would be fine because then we can place this one here, this one there, and this one there. This was actually a perfect one because then we have made this one so we can place a cube here, and then we have made this one so we can place a cube there. And then let's see what we have out here. Oh, this one, if we place a water, no, it doesn't match with this one actually. If we have a water there and there, we could make it or there and there. Then we, oh, but there's already a cube on it here, and that one also has a cube on it here. This one would be better then. Then we could make a tree in here that is 2 high or we could make a tree there that is too high. I think we'll take this one. Then we also have a green. So that we're going to have 3 on this one. Yeah. And they are really cute, the cards, if you look at the different animals you have on them. Here you have a little penguin. So there we go. Okay. These we're going to remove and get 3 new. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. Okay, what do we have here then? We would like the blue. We would like the blue there. And we want to build, yeah, I think we'll take this one. Then we will place this one here. Then we have created this one again. So we just need to create it one more time. One more time. We can do that by making a new tree space. Or we can, if you connect these, then we have a large water area. Yeah, we wouldn't mind getting one more water at that space. But if it did, we could also just build a new tree. Do we have anything with a tree of 3? No. But that one we could build here. I think we will place it here. And try to build one more of the top trees here. Because we also want to build these around the trees. Yeah, I think that is what we're doing. We can grab a new one. In the solo version, you can, instead of grabbing a card, if you have, you can discard all of them and then refill with 5 new. You can't do that when you play with more players. Let us see. I think actually maybe I want to do that. Maybe I want to do, yeah, let's do it. Remove these 3 and get a 5 and get the 5 new cards. So this is only, oh, this one with all the water we have would actually be nice. And this one, then we can put a cube on top of here. Both of these are good. Maybe, yeah. I like both of these actually with the things we have in here. 3 new tiles on each space. Wow. Okay. We got some city. And then, yeah. Oh, I think we're going to grab this one. This one. Yeah, we could also have grabbed this one and then placed 2 green, but we want other stuff here. Because we definitely want to place this one here, and we want to place this one there. Then we have made this one. Then we have finished our first animal, the crocodiles. So this is going to score us 15 points at the end of the game. So this one we're just going to place up here so we can see the points we have gotten for this one. And then we need to place this one. And this one, I didn't have anything I wanted to place there, right? We need this one, of course, next to this one. But we could place it there. And we are going to make more of these cities. So I think we could place it here. Or maybe there. No, because we're going to put it on top of the gray. I think we're going to place it there. We also want this card. We can get both of them. And actually, I think we will start with taking this one. Because we already have fulfilled this one twice, actually. We have it here. Look at this one. We're going to place 3 cubes here. So we have this one with 2 waters. I will actually take you closer here. We can have a look at the side here. So with our second camera, you can see how we are building. But we have the 2 water next to this one, so we can place a cube here. And the same we can do on this one. So we can take a cube and place here. So we have fulfilled it twice. So we just need to make one more tree. We could make it here. Then we would be able to make the third one on this card if we make a tall tree on this space. So that was actually quite nice, I think. And then we're going to get a new card out here. But we definitely also want this one, because we just need to build one more there. But that would also be nice to build there. Okay, we can also build it here or here, here and here. There are only room for 2 on that one. That one we can definitely do. Oh yes, that one is one we would like. Oh, definitely this one. That we are going to be quick here, because we want to build this one. Then we have finished this one. And we're going to grab this card. We might as well grab it here and then place 2 animals on it. And then we're going to take this animal and place on this one. And then we have these 2. We need to, should we just place it here? Because it is going to grow our river. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That is 15 plus 4. That is 19 points at the moment. And then we need to build these. So I will build this one here, I think. Yes, there. Buildings want to be next to 3 different colors. This one is next to 3 different colors. But then it's next to 2 different colors. So we just need another color at this space. So I think, but we want 3. Should I place it here instead then? What we have, what do we have? Yeah, I think I will place it there. Maybe there. But then it would also be a tree next to it here. But we could get a 3rd color on this space. Yeah, because we want to build a gray here. If we build a gray there, then we will have 3 different colors around this one. Yeah, so let's put that one there. And that didn't give us any more stuff, right? No. We are going to get a new card out here. But I'm pretty happy with the cards we have at the moment. So we just need more animal tiles. So we do 3. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. Oh yes, we did get something we needed here. We actually need the gray, but we also need to make one more of these. And we need a building here, so we will grab these 3. Then we're going to make a building. Then we have made this one. No, this one. This one. And I think I will go for this one. I will go for that one. That one we can make here. So if we make this one, I think I will place it there. Yeah. The gray we can place here, and then we will have 3 different colors around this one. So the city would give us 0.2. And we can't take any new cards. We are filled up with cards we already have. So we just need more tiles. Oh, I would like the green on top of that one. But we also want to build some more trees to complete this one. So I think we will grab these and then start with the gray. We just need one more gray to fulfill that one. And then we need to build some trees next to these colors to start on this one. So I think we will place them here and here. So we need a lot of the green. We need a lot of the green to finish the trees. That is it. We didn't complete anything. We would like a gray and 2 green. That was a gray. But we also want to finish this one, and we could actually finish this one here. But I think we're going to take one of these. Then we're going to finish this one. So this one is complete. We have finished our second card. This is actually 18 points. That is nice. And then we're going to finish this one. So this one is finished. And that is 11 points for this card. And then we need to place the water here. Let's have a look at what we have. At the moment I can't make my water longer. Yeah, we can. If you place it here, right? Then it will go and this way. Do we have anything we need to place next to this one? We could get 2 of these and place next to these. We still need to place one more of. We could build that one there, or maybe, yeah, it's possible for us to make this one and then get a city too. That is possible. So let's grab this one and place 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Yeah. I think that is what we're doing. And the game, by the way, if I haven't told you, the game is going to end when we have 2 or fewer fields empty, or if we run out of tiles from the back. And if you play with more players, you're going to make sure that everyone gets the same amount of turns. And it's going to end in the same way if a person has 2 or fewer tiles, empty spaces. We're going to draw new tiles. So it is soon going to end this game here. Oh, look at that one. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, then we have to think here. We didn't get any of these colors. But we did want, I think we're going to grab this one. Because we would like to get one more city next to this one. So we can grab this one and place there. So we have finished our squirrel card. That is worth 15 points. And then we are going to place this one here. Then we have made this one once. And if we can get 2 of these or 2 of these, what else can we use? We can just try and build a tree maybe. I think I will place it here. We could also build one more city next to it. And then we can grab a new card. What do we want to grab from out here? Anything that makes sense. But if we're going to make 2 of these, then we could of course maybe make this one. Maybe. Yeah, I think we will grab this one. And then we're going to get 3 animals. And a new card. Yeah, that we're not going to make. What we are soon ending now. 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. There was no top for anything here. We can make our water longer. Yeah, we can also go for, what else did we have? We had this one. Maybe we could make it if we grab these. Yeah, let's try this one. Where we're going to get 2. Then I think we're going to end the game in the next round here, right? So we're going to grab these. And we want, I think we're going to place this one here. And then we're going to place this one there. Because then we have a possibility of making this one maybe twice. Or if we could get a gray and 2 of these, that would be perfect. That would be perfect if we could get that. Because then we could make this one. No, this one has to be on top of these. We're not going to make that one. See, that is where you have to really think in this game. Because you need to see where you need to place the animals. We're not going to make this one because we have already placed animals. And you can't place an animal again. But we can make this one. We can't make that one. But we could make a city, of course. Yeah. All right. That is it. This is going to be our final round, I think. Or that one. If we could get a water and a gray. A water and a gray would also be nice. Or 2 water. We are going to get a water and a top for a tree. You want a gray? We got 3 gray. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, what do we want to do here? We can make this one. So we can make this one once. Or we can make our water and make... We could also make both of these. We can make these 2 twice. So we'll get to remove 2. I think that is best. But then we are not going to make our water longer, right? But I think... Yeah, we can't make this one. Not with the way things they are structured. But we can make a city. We can make this one twice. If we take this one here, then we have made this one. Oh, but we have to place the tile on top of, that was what I just said. We can't make that one. We can't make that one. Maybe we should just go for this one then. Otherwise it's 4 points for that one. That one would be 3. That would be 4 points. This one 7 and 3 points. Then we can make this one. I think that is the best we can do. And then we have 2 or fewer spaces. So the game ends. And we need to calculate our points. All right. So we didn't do anything on this or anything on this one. So these 2 we can remove. But we got points on these and then the ones we have finished. I actually think we did pretty well here. Let's just add an H up here. And then for our green spaces, this is the buildings we have made. We have 1, 2, 3. That is going to be 7 points. And we have 1 for 3 points. This one doesn't give us anything. So 21. 21 plus 3. is 24 for our trees. Then we have gray buildings. We have 1, 2, 3 for 3 points, and then 1 for 7 points. So that is 16 points. Then we have 0 cities, fields. We have 0 fields. If you had one more field here, it would have been 5 points. But you need to have 2 connected. So that one was 0. And then we have our buildings. This one is not next to 3 different colors. It only has 2 different colors, so this one doesn't give us anything. This one has 3 different colors. This one has 4 different colors. So 5 plus 5, that is 10 points. And then we have our water. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8, that is 8 plus 15, 23 points for our water. That is the most I have gotten for the river so far in the games that I have played. So let's calculate our first point. That is 24, 30, 40, 60. Wow, 83. That is the most I think I have gotten. 83, yeah, 40. No, I'm calculating. No, 50. No, that is 73. 73. It is 40, 50, 73. I was like 83. That was a lot. 73 points for the first one. And then we have our cards. We have 4 plus 5. So 4 and 5. I think this is going to be my high score so far. We have 15. Then we have 11. Then we have 18. And then we have 15. Actually went pretty well in this game, I think. So let's just say 14, 24, 29, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 69. So that is 142. That is my high score. So in all, we got 142 points. That is the game. That is how you're going to play it, and you will play in the same way when you play with more players. Then you're just going to compete with each other, and you're going to play with this side. And all players are going to get the same amount of turns. And I really like the illustrations they have on these cards. They are very colorful and cute. So lots of different little elements you have on these cards. And there are a lot of them. There are much more cards to get and to try to make. So this is the basic rules for the game. You can also play the game with these animal cards, where you're going to shuffle these and give 2 to each player, and then each player, they're going to choose which one they want to start with of the 2 cards, and then you're going to start with a card, and then you're going to you still have a limit of 4 cards. But this one is a special animal that you're going to get, and this card here is an expansion, just this one, and with that expansion you have these animal cards. You got these little cute ones, which is, I think, little lions. Then you're going to, if you have this one, you're going to place it. And then when you finish this construction, you're going to, you have to finish this one. You're going to place this white one in here. And then these are going to score you points at the end of the game. So you will have different things you want to go for. For example, this one will score you 2 points for each of these. Then we would have gotten 2 points for this one. And if you have 2 connected, you're going to score 2 points. And if you have 3 or more, it's going to give you 10 points. So there you might want to make big cities or big fields. It's fields. And with this one, you're going to get for the gray 4 points for a 1. And for 2, you're going to get 4 points. And for 3, you're going to get 4 points. So that would have been 8 That for this one it would have been 4 times 4, so 16 points in my setting here. Or this one, you're going to gain 4 extra points for your trees. That is 2 or 3. So that would also have been 16 points in this one I had here. And then for the gray, and so on. Different things you can go for. So you have different things to yeah. So these you're just going to shuffle, and then you're going to get 2 and choose one of them. So you have some more things to go for at the start. This is definitely, I think, a very puzzly game in how you want to build this up, and then think about the cards you're going to get. And also, I did actually make the mistake of getting, was it the card where we needed to place on top? This one. No, which one was it? It was this one. When I grabbed this, I thought, oh, we can make this one. We already have 3. Yeah, but we already had an animal on the top, so therefore we couldn't use it. You would have to make a new tree that was 3 tall. So that is what you really have to be careful about when you take them, to look at that. You don't have to place the same animal on the same type of structure that you have, because for example, also with these 2 where you need to have it placed on the water. Of course, you could place it on this one instead, but that you have to look at when you grab them. Where these 2 are perfect because this one doesn't place anything on the blue, but this one does, and likewise with this one. Yeah, but I think it's a puzzly game, and if you are into puzzly games like this, then I think this might be something for you. And one thing I also really enjoy with this one is the box they have made for it. Everything just fits perfectly, and they have made this one for where you have your cards and you have your cubes, and then you have all the tokens in here, the back tokens, and then on top you have room for the boards. And it doesn't take up much space. It's a small box, but there's not anything unnecessary air in the box. It is filled up with stuff, and I like that when you use all the space in a box. And then you have the other side of the board. You can play with this side to give you another variation, and then you're just going to flip this one to the other side. And the only thing that scores differently is the water, where you're going to try to make areas, and then you will score 5 points for each area that is divided by the water. So yeah, that was my playthrough of Harmonies, a game I definitely enjoy. I think it's an easy game to teach, but you do have a lot of stuff to think about when you play the game. And that was it for me. Thanks for watching.